that we are irrational beings, which means people don't make decisions, and advertisers know that. Big corporations know that people don't make decisions based on what's rational. They go with their feelings, as no matter how intelligent they are. Fear, those things are the things that dominate, all right, people. So they will take a brand that they know. So for example, that's why you will see things like Olympic Games. The sponsors of Olympic Games, those brands, the athletes did not eat those things to be able to run that fast. They didn't touch those drinks to be able to do those things. But so long as you associate the brand to the speed of this person you all like, when it's time to buy things and you enter the shop, you are going to go, for example, so if you're a fan of a club, let's say Manchester United, they put something, let's say a toothpaste as advertising for your team. You're a Man U fan. And there's a toothpaste there. All right? What begins to happen is because you love Man U, that love is transferred to the brand. So when you are going to make your decision, it's not based on all those things are writing, percentage. It is the feeling. This is the Man U toothpaste. The players may not use it. You know they don't use it. But that feeling is just there. All right? So that's where decisions are coming. And when the Bible talks about the renewal of the mind, it's not talking about the intellect. It's talking about that depth in that place. So put up this photography, and this is what they do to control animals sometimes. A horse there with a chair. And they said, how can this chair or be that? And we had a dog when we were growing up, and I remember somebody beat the dog with a broom. All right? When it was a house, when we were growing up. And so what happened was, when we became an adult, if you want to stop the dog from doing things, you bring out a metal object and all of that, the dog doesn't recognize it. Produce a broom, it takes off. The iron is stronger than the broom, but is memory. Which means decisions are coming from memory. And that's why someone can say, why are you attracted to this abusive man? This guy is abusive. Says, I love him. How can you love somebody that is abusive? He slapped you, look at the voice, says, I love him. All right? You won't understand until there's memory. Because the person might have encountered growing up, maybe the parents, there was abuse and all that. So they don't associate it to what you are associating it to. All right? So unless you get to that part and change it, the programming and the configuration, you're not going to change human behavior. So here you have the horse. So what happens that when this horse was born and young, they would tie it not to something of this color that maybe was heavy. And he tried, and failed. So once it sees maybe a chair or whatever it is or that color, it associates it to something that it can never do. You know what happens? It doesn't even attempt it. If he attempted it, he will be free. That's why the Bible says, tell prisoners to go forth. In other words, people are not attempting things they can do because they have been programmed that those things are beyond you. If you don't change that program, there is no preaching or laying of hands that can change.